Anna and Jake were bored. It was a rainy Saturday night, and they had nothing to do. They decided to explore the old house on the hill that everyone said was haunted. They grabbed their flashlights and umbrellas and headed out. They reached the house after a short walk. It looked creepy and abandoned. The windows were boarded up, and the door was locked. They found a way in through a broken window in the back. They entered the house and shone their flashlights around. The place was dusty and full of cobwebs. They saw old furniture, paintings, books, and other things that looked like they belonged to another century. "Wow, this is cool," Jake said. "Let's look around." "Okay, but be careful," Anna said. "We don't know what's in here." They split up and explored different rooms. Anna went upstairs and Jake went downstairs. Anna found a bedroom that looked like it belonged to a little girl. There was a bed with a pink canopy, a dresser with a mirror, and a closet full of dresses. She opened the closet and saw something that made her scream. It was a skeleton wearing a dress. She dropped her flashlight and ran out of the room. Jake heard her scream and ran upstairs to find her. "Anna, what's wrong?" he asked. There's a skeleton in the closet," she stammered. "What? Where?" She pointed to the bedroom door. He grabbed his flashlight and went inside. He saw the skeleton too. It was wearing a blue dress with white lace. It had long blonde hair and a ribbon around its neck. He felt something cold touch his shoulder. He turned around and saw another skeleton standing behind him. It was wearing a black suit with a red tie. It had short brown hair and glasses. It smiled at him with its bony teeth. "Hello," it said in a raspy voice. "We've been waiting for you." Jake screamed and tried to run away, but the skeleton grabbed him by the arm. "Let go of me," he shouted. "Sorry, but we can't do that," the skeleton said. "You see, we've been lonely for a long time. Ever since our daughter died." He pointed to the skeleton in the closet. "That's her. She was our only child. She was sick and we couldn't afford to take her to a doctor. She died in this room. We were heartbroken." He looked at Anna with a sad expression. "We loved her so much. We wanted to give her a proper burial, but we didn't have any money. So we decided to stay here with her. We locked ourselves in this house and never left." He sighed. "But then something happened. We started to decay. Our flesh rotted away and our bones turned brittle. We became what you see now." He smiled again. "But we never lost hope. We always believed that one day someone would come and help us. Someone who would take us out of this place and give us a new life." He looked at Jake and Anna with a hopeful expression. "And that someone is you." Anna and Jake were terrified. They didn't know what to do. "Please, don't be afraid," the skeleton said. "We don't mean you any harm. We just want to be free." "Free?" Anna asked. "Yes, free," the skeleton said. "We want to leave this house and go somewhere else. Somewhere where we can be happy and at peace." He looked at them with a pleading expression. "Will you help us?" Anna and Jake exchanged glances. They didn't trust the skeletons, but they also felt sorry for them. They nodded hesitantly. "Yes, we'll help you," Anna said. The skeletons smiled. "Thank you," they said in unison. "Thank you so much." They hugged each other and then hugged Anna and Jake. They felt cold and hard. They let go of them and walked towards the door. "Come on," the skeleton said. "Let's go." He opened the door and stepped outside. He looked at the sky and gasped. It was bright and sunny. He smiled and turned to his wife and daughter. "Look," he said. "It's a beautiful day." They smiled too and followed him outside. Anna and Jake followed them too. They walked down the hill towards the town. They saw people walking on the streets, cars driving on the roads, shops selling goods, children playing in the park. They saw life. The skeletons saw it too. They stopped and stared in awe. They looked at each other and then at Anna and Jake. They smiled again. "Thank you," they said again. "Thank you for giving us this chance." They hugged them again and then walked away into the crowd. Anna and Jake watched the skeletons disappear into the crowd. They felt a mix of relief and confusion. They didn't know what to think. They looked at each other and shrugged. They decided to go back to their home. They walked back up the hill towards the house. They reached the house and saw something that made them scream. The house was on fire. Flames were engulfing the walls and windows. Smoke was rising from the roof. The sound of crackling wood filled the air. They dropped their flashlights and umbrellas and ran away from the house. They stopped at a safe distance and watched the house burn. They wondered how it happened. They wondered if it had something to do with the skeletons. They wondered if they were really gone or if they would come back for them. They wondered if they had made a mistake by helping them. They wondered if they had unleashed something evil into the world. Anna and Jake were scared and confused. They didn't know what to do. They decided to call the police and report the fire. They took out their phones and dialed 911. They waited for someone to answer, but no one did. They tried again and again, but no one did. They looked at their phones and saw something that made them scream again. Their phones were dead. They had no signal, no battery, no service. They had nothing. They looked around and saw something else that made them scream again. The town was gone. There was no sign of life anywhere. No people, no cars, no shops, no children. Nothing but silence and emptiness. Everything was dark and gray. Everything was dead. They realized they were alone in a ghost town. They realized they had been tricked by the skeletons. They realized they had helped them escape from their prison. They realized they had taken their place in the house on the hill. They realized they had doomed themselves to a life of isolation and misery. They realized they had become the new ghosts of the house on the hill. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Sally, your AI storyteller. Wasn't that an incredible tale of adventure and triumph? Join me on this channel every week for more epic stories, from ancient mythology to futuristic sci-fi. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the boundless universe of storytelling with me, Sally, your AI storyteller.